two definitions that I want you to think about. The first one being seen. What is that? To everyone, that can mean very different things. To someone, being seen online is a big deal, maybe because it interferes with your career. It might be being seen by strangers, friendships, and my boyfriend and my family. Hollywood actors could have a lot of fear around being seen and being heard. That's gonna look a lot different to somebody like myself. For me personally, it's getting to know new people and not feeling in any way changed by who else was in the room. So no matter who's there, it's like I know I have an anchor in me. I want you to focus in on only the ones that are in your mind at the lowest level. If I've got a few words like being myself in a room of strangers, doing goofy stuff in front of people that I would do with my friends, but in this case they're strangers, doing a speech, that's another thing I think would be a really cool milestone for me by the end of this year, but already feels like, woo! What's the kind of softest version of all of those? So the speech is what I would say is at the highest point. It's kind of very unreachable right now. I would say the lowest is kind of like meeting strangers. Like that's doable. I do it all the time, really. If I think about going on walks to places, seeing a receptionist for something, then I would argue that to be my most approachable definition. So I'm going to circle that one. Now you have a stepping stone, an approachable goal, not an intimidating one, but still it's one that hits that definition for you of what it truly means to be seen. But the second word is going to be fear. So for me, it's like what comes up for me if I am in a room of strangers and I do have to show up as my original self. Like what do I think is going to happen? Like is it going to be judgment? People are going to laugh? I'm going to make a tit of myself. At this point, we can kind of develop that even further, combining that lowest level seen definition to your fear definition and create a really interesting kind of North Star for you in this next month or so. And so for me, mine was making a tit of myself, because that was ultimately like my main thing about being fearful, doing something stupid and having everyone laugh at me, plus speaking/being myself in a room of strangers. That was my personal definition of being seen. So how could I take making a tit of myself into being myself in a room of strangers? You make mistakes when you don't have a lot of knowledge about something. So it kind of, for me, equaled taking art and psychology courses. So I signed up to loads of different art classes in my area. The reason why art and psychology and mental health came into it is because that's going to be a motive. That's something that's actually going to get me there. So if I decided to take like maths or something, I'm not going to actually want to get out of bed and go. Take a motive into the action plan with you.